I'd first just like to say how proud I am of our players and the stance they've taken, and you know, against racism and just the way they've gone about it. These guys have really been thoughtful and really thoughtful about affecting change. I believe they'll have a chance to say, you know, and they've had a statement that was out earlier today just about their willingness to affect change, not only on our campus but across the country. And it's their feeling that this may not just be in Oklahoma. In fact, it's fair to say it's almost everywhere, and these guys don't want to stand for it anymore. They have images captured, and they've acted on them and reacted to them, I believe, in a really strong way, and in a way that they can affect change. I commend and thank our President David Boren for his immediate, strong, and swift action, and again, in our, you know, just proud of our players, the way they want to affect change around the country. Well, it resonates with me. It's really hard to talk about. I get choked up almost every time I do, because I know the true nature of these guys and just how wonderful and beautiful, you know, young men they are. So, and then, you know, and I think through the years, everybody, you know, in my years at Iowa, here and there, you experience it some, and you know, but being with the team, you get to know one another, and that's where the love and the respect comes, and you know the true nature of a person, regardless of their color or race, their race, their religion, what year they may be in, all of it. None of it matters. And you know, and I know these guys have a plan moving forward to try and have more integration and get, you know, make sure that they're, you know, the whether it be the Greek community or whatever community, get to have an opportunity to get to know them as young men and as people, more than just a number on their jersey. This is bigger than practice, and these guys have demonstrated that, and whether it makes us better or not is irrelevant in their eyes and in mine. This is you know, this kind of stance is, you know, more important than practice. This is again, they want to affect change around the country, not just here.
First and foremost, we want to bring awareness to a nationwide issue of racism and discrimination on college campuses, because we know here from personal experience and from experiences of people around the nation, that we know that this is a nationwide issue, and there are incidents that happen like this every year. This one was caught on tape. And it proves the culture that has slipped into some universities, and we really want to make a change. We don't want it to become our turn. This is our chance to use our platform as student athletes to promote a positive change around the nation, and we want to use that. We want to use that to the best of our ability, and hopefully end racism and discrimination on college campuses all over this nation.
All of us was hurt by that video. That I've clearly stated that before. We were all hurt. You know, it turned our stomachs and our hearts dropped, I believe. So it really hurt all of us. For the most part, we all have met. Man, it was like we were married, huh? We've been together at my house, Ty's house, Trevor's house, trying to figure this out nonstop up to 1 o'clock, 1:30 every night, trying to figure this thing out and trying to figure out what's best for the team, and communicating that with the team, and, you know, what's best and what we think. So, but, you know, we finalized it last night at Ty's house with the seven of us there, with ideas from, you know, as well as the team too. So that's how this process has been.
I think very quickly we realized that whatever we do, we have to do it as a team, or else it was going to divide. It was going to divide everyone, and more than anything, we love each other too much to let someone at the other, someone that a minority part of this society divide us. We love each other, no matter where we're from, no matter what color we are. And we decided we want to do everything together. So the next day, we decided together, with Coach Stoops' full support, he's been incredible this entire time, that what we were going to do on Monday. And then we met as a team after that for the next 3 hours to talk about what we were going to do going forward. Then we met with, this group met with the captains and leaders of all the other athletic teams on this campus on Monday night for a solid 2 hours before Eric went on, did his interview on CNN. Then the next day, it was back to the grind, I guess it was. And from 3 to midnight, or maybe a little after that, we went nonstop. We didn't eat. We didn't take a break. We didn't do anything. Going back and forth, a lot of strong opinions, and we still were not at a full conclusion. And then yesterday, we met all morning we've met with so many different people on campus that have made a great deal of change. They've been positive in the way that they've dealt with things. For us to understand, we're 19 to 22 years old up here, and this is not what we signed up for when we came here. But the opportunity landed for us as student athletes. We felt a responsibility to use our platform to promote social change because we can. Because as Sooner football players, people value what we have to say. And that's what we decided to do. And yesterday we came to this decision of our plan going forward, and of what our priorities were, what our primary goals going forward were. And then we took it to Coach Stoops and the coaching staff, and took it to the team. And it's been full, bought-in support from there on out.
I think they've done a great job, the players. It's taken a lot of work. These guys here have put in a lot of effort and time to have the right stance and the right message. And they've worked at it hard through the night. You know, it wasn't just thrown together. These guys have put a lot of time into, you know, what the message is and how they can affect change and how they want to go about doing it.
We want peace, you know, and awareness, but the whole accountability thing comes secondary, which we feel. But you know, peace here on this campus and awareness is our drive. So you know that means something. We're forgiving people, but you know, we just feel like those were the steps we needed to take.
I know for me personally, it's an issue that. You know, like you said, I won't necessarily ever understand what it feels like to be called that name and the ramifications of it and how you feel in your heart. But as a leadership group and as a member of a team with all different walks of life, you have to take that into account. You have to hear everybody with an open mind and realize that everybody's going to be affected in a different way. And so that was our main goal through all of this, is that we want what's best for our group, not for individual people, not for whites, not for blacks, but for the entire group as a whole.
We're going to get back to our normal routine, but we want to keep this thing alive. Like we said, we caught it, and you know, we just want to keep on promoting awareness.
Like I said on CNN, this you know, is not a reflection of the people here in Oklahoma at this university. There's so many great people here that we can't let a little speck ruin it, you know, for the whole state. And that's not been definitely our experience here at all. That was just you know, for the majority of the people here. That is not a reflection on the people here and in the state and university.
I think their main concern too is how far up the chain does this go? Where is this being taught and learned? In their eyes, this is learned behavior, and it's learned somewhere. Is it learned at a national level? Is it learned just here? Is it learned around the country? And I believe that's a fair question to ask.